All right, squats start out with. Welcome, by the way, Ageless Balance. I'm Ron. Down, butt back, roll the hips, bring it up. Squat, down, shoulders back if you have to. Grab onto a chair. Otherwise, tell you what, let's do this. Bring the arms up. Let's do a good squat where you've got the arms up, shoulder blades back. That's where you should be, even if the arms are down in this upright position. The shins and the torso should be in the same plane. All right, take the arms down. We're going to bring them up overhead as we come up this time. Shoulders back, chest is out. Bring the arms up, roll them back. Oh, nice deep breath in and exhale as you come down. We're going to do that same thing, but at a diagonal. So bring it up. Rotate through the shoulders only. Notice, hips did not do this. Hips stayed right straight forward as I brought the shoulders around. Deep breath in, feel the stretch through the shoulders, through the arms, upper back and chest. All of those places. Other side, same thing. Bring it up. Hips forward. Really easy to let yourself turn. No stretch happens there. Then you just pull muscles in the lower back and that hurts. And bring it back down again. Shake that out. We are going to do this. Whoosh. Arm up overhead at a diagonal and push. Drive it up. Other side. Bring the foot up. Rotate the leg in the hip socket so that you feel movement in there. We're starting to warm that up. Get it a little flexible. Take that hand. Rotate as you push out. And out. Roll the shoulder up. So as the hand goes up, the arm is almost extended at the elbow. Take and roll the shoulder just a little bit higher. Get a little more stretch out of it. And up. Up. You should feel this all the way down the arm, through the shoulder, through the forearm, through the upper arm. And push. And last one. Right there. Same thing right across the front. Rolling the shoulders. Bringing the shoulders around. Push that palm. Push that palm. And around. Rotate the shoulders, not the hips. Don't turn the hips. Keep the toes forward and the knees forward. If your toes and knees are forward, good chance your hips are going to stay forward. Much better. Much better chance. Out and out. Finish up. Pushing down. Again, rolling that those shoulders, pushing down, feeling the stretch. More in the chest on that extended side where the arm's behind you. As you're driving down, you're going to feel the muscles working a little differently than you did overhead and parallel with the floor. We're trying to get those shoulders warmed up all the way through. And we're good. Hands down, back into a squat, going back to that lower body. And as we come up, we're going to incorporate the upper body with it into a clock squat. Bring the arms up overhead. Back down as you go into that squat, bringing the arms around, extend out as far as you can, not locking the elbows. And then going back the opposite direction, bring the arms up overhead. Open up the chest. And arms down, butt down. One more time, both ways. Bring it up and around. Over. And back down. Last one. Warming up the hips, knees, up. All the muscles through the legs, as well as the shoulders and arms. And we're good. Reverse lunges. We do them every time. There's a reason. You need to get that movement backwards. Get used to that weight shift. This is good for your brain, not just the muscles, not just the joints. It works the brain as well. Getting you comfortable with going backwards and being able to bring yourself forward again without just falling backwards. Backwards and back. And back. This time, as you step back, bring the elbows back, opening up the chest. Big stretch. And bring it back forward. Other side, leg goes back, bring the arms back. Get a little more weight shift back into that back leg. And squeeze the shoulder blades as tight as you can. And this time up overhead. Arm sweep. Bring the arms back, feel the chest really open up. I think mine crunched there. Again, I shouldn't be able to hear your muscles as they're working. Back. Deep breath in and exhale. Arms up on the side. We're going to go into a wood chopper because I really, really like wood choppers. Bring them down and around. So to do this well, knees are bent, little bend in the knees. You're going to reach up across body, hips stay forward. You bring the arms down so that they come right along the torso, bending that wrist, getting the elbows, the wrists, and the shoulders all involved here. As you get to the bottom, you start to rotate above the hips, bringing the shoulders around and back up again. You can add the foot, putting up on the ball of the foot, bringing the arms around and reaching up as you come up again, up on the ball of the foot of that trailer leg, rotating the leg so that the toe's pointing off to the side. And then as you come across, switching over to the other ball of the foot, pivoting off of that, reaching down and stretching it out. So the legs are involved, the hips, the waist, the core, the chest, the neck, the shoulders, the arms. You get the idea. Let's go to the other side. That is everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. That's why I like it. It's a great stretch for the morning when you get up. Reach out, up overhead, long stretch, and bring it across. Not the first one you want to do because you want to get those muscles warmed up a little bit before you go into this big active stretch. So we spent about 5-6 minutes getting the muscles warmed up a little bit before we went into it. That's all it really takes. You can just do a few exercises every morning, a few stretching exercises. Finish up with this right here and shake that out. Step jack, stepping out to the side, arms up overhead. Bring it back to the center. Out. So I kind of get off camera. If I get too close to the camera, my hands go off screen pretty far. Up and over, go at your pace, go at your speed. So I have this tendency to back up closer to the wall as I do these. And up. You can do a little hop in there. Bounce and bounce over. So when I step back like that, you don't have to. That's just me and my shadow. And out. Down and up. Down and up. Arms down. Couple more. We're going to do hip rotation. Hands on the hips, bringing the hips forward to the side, back, and around. Hands up overhead. Keep the fingers pointing right up towards the ceiling as you do this. Don't let your hands and arms bend. This is just hip. Lots of rotation through the hips, through the knees, through the ankles. And around one more time, back. And you're there, hands on the knees, same thing, taking them around, keeping yourself right straight up. Only thing that moves are those knees. You'll feel it moving through the ankle, moving those quadriceps, moving the shins around, getting up into the hips, getting down into the ankles and the knees. Back the opposite direction. Big circles around and around. And we're good. Forward lunge. We did a backward. We should do a forward. Again, what you want to make sure of is that you're pushing off the heel as you're stepping back. We have a tendency to push off the toe as we do that. That is not good. Out. Painful for the knee. You don't want to put that stress. If you put it into the toe, it comes right up the front of the leg and through the small muscles. And all the nerves and muscles that run right through the middle of the knee. All right, as you step forward this time, reach out and touch someone, roll the shoulder blades out, butt out, and bring the hands up overhead. From here, we're going to go into a side bend over that extended front leg. Reach up and over, stretching out the rib cage. Bring it back up. Down in front, you know where we're going with this one. Take a rotation through the shoulders, then the torso, not the hips, feet flat on the floor. Bring it back to center, step it back, forward lunge, reach out, and there we go, that's better. Butt back, my shoulder kind of locked up. I'm having a bad day. Push through the ball of the foot to the heel, bring it up overhead. My body is not working with me today. And side bend, it will be by the time I'm done with this class though. It'll be all stretched out and all the joints will be warmed up. My first class today. Bring it up to the top, down in front, palm fist, rotate shoulders, rotate torso, not hips. Notice everything stays forward below the waist. And bring it back to center. Bring it down. Grab a drink of water. Stay standing. You don't need anything except your shoes and your feet and your legs. Your body. We're going to do some walking. Yes, indeed. So I watch these classes online, and there's a lot of, not a lot, but there's a number of classes that have people doing a walk. So it would be like being outside, except when it's this cold out, or icy in that. So they do a program that's a walking program. You just walk in place, and really you can kind of move around as you go. I used to do this in my live classes. When I had a big gym, I'd have people walk around the gym, and then we'd do these movements as we walked. And that's what we're going to do today. We're just not going to be going around in that big oval. All right. First thing you want to do is just bring the leg up, knee up, knee up. If you can, get the hand on the shin, helping to bring it up and up. See, if other people do this kind of class, I figure I should do it too. Up, give you some variation. And see if you can bring that knee up just a little bit higher, opposite arm, opposite leg. As if you were walking with that high knee. Arms up overhead as you go. We're going to bring the arms down as we bring the knee up. Rotate the hands. So you want to take the hands palm out on the way up, palm in on the way down, clench the fist, pulling down, tightening up those muscles through the core, through the chest, through the arms. Up and down. Push up and bring it back down. And down. Feel the stretch. Feel the great stretch. Up. My body's making less noises now. Bring the arms down to the side. Go back to just a march. Just a walk. What we do now is arm raise, leg raise, one side only, and bring it in. So it's up and in. Take a step on that opposite leg. Plant. Up and back down. Arm goes with it. And bring it in. Step. As if you were walking, and in, step, up and out. Feel that stationary leg. It really has to work. Quadriceps get involved considerably. Holding that leg flat or that foot flat on the floor, and up, arm and leg, up. We're going to go to the other side. So going into the left leg now, leg up, and then arm and leg up. March. Lift, march, and lift. So if you were walking, it would be out, step, and out. I could do this backwards too. So just bring that one arm, one leg, maybe move around just a little bit with it. Get the feel of that momentum shift and you having to stop it, and you stay right over that stationary leg as weight goes out to the side. All right. We're going to do a kick out to the side, kick and kick. Again, you can take a few steps, kick, walk, kick, forward and back. If you're comfortable with going backwards, go for it. Kick out and out, out and out. Staying on that same leg, not leaning the other direction to kick out, staying right straight up as you do it. You want to keep your weight over your base of support, which is that single leg, and out. Other side. And stepping out. Out. Bring it in. I forgot to kick. Boom. There we go. Yeah. Like you were kung fu fighting. Fast as lightning you are. It's a little bit frightening, actually. Out and out. Kick. That song was popular for way too long. Everybody was kung fu fighting. All right, enough of that. We're good. Just standing or just marching now. Nice and easy. And I'll tell you what, try working on bringing just the heel up. And if you're comfortable with it, you can go into a march on the balls of the feet. If you're not comfortable with it, just bring the heels up in a pedaling motion. As long as you're up on the balls of the feet, that's the key. That's where your agility comes from. That's where quick movement happens, is on the balls of the feet. Then you can plant the foot. But if your foot is planted, you have a really good chance of just falling sideways when you catch that edge of the shoe or edge of your foot on the carpeting or on the ground. Up. You want to be up, up, up as much as possible. That's why they do it in tennis, because you can move quickest when you're up on the balls of the feet. You have the most movement. All right. From here, what are we going to do? Front kicks. Out. Single leg. Out. Out. March and kick. March and kick. Like that. We go boom and boom. Knee comes up as high as is right for you. If you want to bring it up high and really kick out, you can. Otherwise, it's just a little bit lifted up off the floor. You're on a single leg, taking the momentum, the weight forward, stopping it so you don't go on your nose. And out and out. All right, other side, kick. Get used to it. It takes a couple times before your brain figures it out that you've switched legs. Out and out. The reason I do single leg, staying on one side, is what we have a tendency to do is wobble otherwise and just kick out. And we're really not having to stop on that stationary leg. Out. And that's what works the hips and the core and the glutes. And out and out and out. Couple more. And out. All right. All right. All right. All right. Next. Next. Straight leg up. Straight leg up. This time we're going to alternate, going from left to right. Take your time so that you can stand on that one leg for just a couple seconds as you lift the other one. Again, how high you lift the leg is up to your body, what it will let you do. Don't try turning as you're lifting that leg. It really throws your balance off, as I would just dramatize for you. And up, arms out to the side, going into a toy soldier. Around and around. Shoulders turn, hips don't, foot comes right up front. If you're going to turn the leg or turn the foot, it is within the socket, not the hips. So you don't turn the hips to try to get to that, as a lot of people do. It's right straight forward, rolling the shoulders. You don't have to touch the toe. You just roll it in that direction and around and around. All right, back to just a march. Your legs should be getting tired. We're going to take a break here in a couple seconds. We have a couple more movements to do. We're going to do a side to side. Here's what I want you to really concentrate on as we go side to side. Foot up, ball of the foot to the heel. Heel comes up first, ball of the foot, and over. You can take as many steps as you've got room to take, and back again. Feet stay pointed forward, foot comes up, working the hip flexors to lift that leg, working the muscles on the outside of the hip to pull that leg out, using the inner thigh to pull that leg in on the trailer leg. Arms with it, back and up, step, and bring it back. Pick the feet up. It doesn't have to be wide. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for that lift. Doesn't matter how fast or how far you go. What matters is that you're lifting that leg up, working those muscles in the front of the hip, back, up, step, and step. This is a really important one. This makes a huge difference if you do trip, because normally you don't just trip forward. You kind of run off to the side. And this one will help you more than anything to stay upright, especially if you're on uneven surface like grass or gravel or something like that. You don't want to fall on gravel. It hurts, especially when you're riding a bike. That really hurts. All right, back to just a march. Again, here's the one I'd like you to try on this one, is bringing the toes up off the floor, just stepping on the heels. Little march. If you have to, hold on to your chair if that works better for you. It doesn't have to be a big, you're not really lifting that leg up going fast, because then you're just waddling again. You want to stay on that single leg and get used to what that feels like to balance on such a limited base. Up and up. So it's just a small move. You may have it where the ball of the foot to the heel, or you've got from the the arch of the foot to the heel that's touching, that's fine. You just want to get that weight shift backwards as you're moving. And now bring it up on the toes. Now we go to here. And when I say toes, always remember, when I say toes, I mean balls of the feet. Toes are for balance. Balls of the feet are what handle the pressure, the weight of the body. And up. Just an easy march. We don't have to run. And we are there. All right. So we're going to take a walking monster step. Bring the leg up to the side. Did that wrong. Out, around, and forward. Other foot same. Up, around in a sweep to the front. So walking across, it's up and around, up and around. Again, how big it is doesn't matter. Single leg, throwing that leg to the other side, weight shift out on that extended side, and then bringing it back in again, keeping that stationary leg, the foot on the floor. So they can be really small movements. Around. Where you plant that foot doesn't matter as long as it's in front of the other one. We're not doing tandem walking where one foot has to be in front of the other, necessarily in the same line. They can be anywhere as long as it's in front. And you get that swing out to the side. Couple more. Around. Around. And we're there. Back to just a march. For this one, for the next one, this is the last one, then we take a break. For this one, we're going to take walking lunges. So it's step, come down into a split squat, push up with the back foot off the ball of the foot, and step forward into that lunge and forward. So it's a forward lunge, walking lunge. Take your time, find your balance. This is a hard one for balance because you're switching sides as long as and if you're going slow, that stationary leg really has to adjust to where you are. It starts out on one side, it has to flatten out and then go to the other side of that foot, bottom of the foot. Step, step, up and down and down. We're there. Grab your chair, grab your water. We're going to sit down for a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And stretch out the legs. Stretch out the legs a tad. They worked hard. These movements are really, really strength movements for the lower body. Balance comes from strength. The brain tells the muscles what to do. Muscles have to be strong enough to be able to do it. So that's what we're doing. We're working brain and body. All right, legs apart. My first stretch is always my favorite stretch. Hands on the thighs, roll the shoulder blades back. Coming down between, feel the stretch through the glutes, through the outside of the hips and the inner thighs as you come forward. Deep breath in, exhale. Down a little deeper. Again, deep breath in and exhale. Coming down, push up through the legs, to the hands on the legs to fully seated. Right foot out first. Extend out, little bend in the knee, micro bend in the knee. So it's not locked out straight. It's got just this little bend in it. You're going to take and bring that toe back as far as it'll come. Turn your torso so that you're facing that foot right in the same direction. Roll the shoulder blades back and then bring the toe back and feel the stretch through the hamstring or through the calf muscles. The lower half of the leg is the calf muscles. Just hold in there, take some breaths. See if you can bring that toe back just a little bit farther. You're going to feel the front of the shin working, those muscles in there to pull that toe forward. And then relax it. Just let the toe go limp, the foot go limp. We're going to do the same thing, shoulders square to the floor. shoulder blades back, and a forward hip hinge, stretching out the muscle in the back of the thigh. Hamstrings. The strings of ham. Shoulder blades are back. Back. And a couple deep breaths. As you exhale, see if you can get just a little bit deeper into it. Keep the shoulder blades back. Don't let yourself roll forward. You don't get a stretch down. And usually what you do is you turn at the same time. It hurts your lower back. It hurts your back. Don't do it. All right. Other side. Those two exercises. Little bend in the knee, starting with the toe back. Roll the shoulder blades back. Feeling the stretch in the calf. If you need to lean forward a little bit to get it, that's perfectly fine. Do what you need to do. Everybody hits a stretch differently. We're looking for those muscles in the back of the lower leg. Find those, whatever it takes for you to do that. Toe back is going to be an important piece of it. Sometimes you extend the knee a little more. Sometimes you roll the shoulders back a little more and lean into it a little more. Just a little. All of those are just a little more. Don't overdo it. Don't bounce. And try to get as deep as you can. Muscles only stretch so far, and then they stop. They don't give anymore. Release the toe. Relax it a little bit. Let it hang limp. And here we go. Shoulder blades are back. Chest is out on the edge of the chair. And the hip hinge going down towards that foot. Hands on the thighs if you want to slow that descent until you feel the stretch. Back of the thigh from above the knee right up into the lower part of the glutes, lower part of the butt. The lower glutes. Relax the toe. Shoulder blades are back. Chest is out. So first thing I did, gravity just wants to pull my whole body down. Roll the shoulder blades back. Don't let that happen. Fight it. Fight gravity. I fought gravity and gravity won. And come on back up. Gravity always wins. All right. Hands behind the thigh. Let's try it on this side. Facing the camera. Roll the shoulder blades back. Open up the chest. Extend the leg out until you can feel the muscles stretching in the back of the, back of the thigh. You're going to feel the muscles contract on the front. And back down. Nice and easy. Don't go hard on this. Just feel a little stretch and bring it back down again. Shoulder blades back, a little curve in the lower part of the spine. Up and back down. One more time. Bring it up. And down. Other leg, same thing. Grab on behind the thigh, roll the shoulder blades back, fingers intertwined. Do that on this one and up. Stretching out those muscles, you feel it behind the knee going all the way down the leg. Up. If you bring that toe in a little bit as you're doing it, you feel the stretch moving around in the back of the leg. Perfect. Up, toe back, toe forward, toe back. One more time. Up. Keeping myself upright. I have to check my posture every time. It always wants to move. All right. Right hand behind the right thigh. Lift the leg up. Bring it out. Feel the stretch on the inner thigh. Deep breath in. Exhale as you come back to center. Other side, same thing. Hand underneath the thigh. Lift it up. Using the hand. Don't let the foot roll in. We're not stretching the muscles. If we do that, you keep the toe, the knee, and the hip right in alignment as you come out to the side. Feel all the muscles stretching from the hip flexors all the way through in the inner thigh and the groin. And bring it back in. Back to the other side, same thing, except this time we're going to rotate the leg in that socket. Knee and toe stay in the same direction. Around one way and the other. Here's another great exercise in the morning to open up the hips. You don't have to go very far with it. You don't have to go very big. Hips, the first thing they'll tighten up over the night. And when you get up, they will be really, really tight. You want to open them up just a little bit. Get them warmed up. Get the fluid into the hips. Other leg, same thing, around. And back. This other leg, you got the knee over the toe, maintaining your nice alignment on that other side. Bring it around. Bring it back to center. And release. Extend out the right leg. Left ankle on the right shin. Roll the shoulder blades back. Chest is out. And walk it up. Slowly, slowly bring that other foot up. You want to feel the stretch on the outside of the hip. You know this one. Figure 4. See how I'm turning? Stretch is all right here on the outside of the hip. Shoulder blades are back. Don't let it get into the hip flexor. Don't let it get into the hip flexor. If you feel it in the lower back, you're probably leaning forward as well. Just get yourself upright. You don't need to push on the knee to get it. Pushing on the knee goes right to the hip flexors. It doesn't help this outside hip that much. All right, pick it up. Use your hands. The other side, same thing. Ankle on the shin, bring it up. And then lift that other leg, walk it back in a little bit. Roll the shoulder blades back. So I had a really hard time with this one when we first started. When I first started doing this, is I would get into the front of that hip and I didn't know how to get past that. And then I realized the more upright you sit, the more it goes out to the outside of that leg. And relax, release. Ankles. Roll them out and back to the floor. Out and in. All you're looking for is to get those ankles moving. You want flexibility. Again, they tighten up. You may notice if you step on a rock or something and the foot gets a little to the side, it wants to roll right out. We want to make them stronger. We want to make them more flexible so that they'll have more give. So you have more of an ability to bring yourself back up instead of, if you start to fall, just falling down. Out, back to center. All right. And now in and down. Move the legs around as much as you have to. You just want to get some motion out of that ankle. May not be a lot. It won't be a lot. They don't turn in this way very well, but we do need to keep them flexible for as much as we can get out of them. Out and in, out and back in, and relax it. Hand behind the thigh. We're going to do ankle circles like this. We take the foot and we make circles. We draw circles in the air. And that rolls that ankle joint. Feels so good. Other direction. Take your time. Get as big as you can with it without hurting it, but you want to get it around. You want to get more flexibility in those ankles, more movement. And relax it. Other side, same thing. Remember, when you walk on flat surfaces constantly, like sidewalks, flooring, garage, or carpeted floors of any kind, we don't roll that ankle side to side. We don't ever move it in any direction. It just stays flat. We lose all sorts of flexibility in that. Really bad, really bad. I always thought running strengthened your ankles, and it really doesn't. Even running will cause them to be weak from the lateral movement. Around and around and relax. Grab your water. We're going to stand back up again and do a little more. Finish up standing with a little more movement. And then finish out with some standing stretches. Get my stuff out of the way so I don't fall during the movement. All right. Just walking. Arms out and arms down. Roll the shoulder blades back, open up the chest. Keep marching and back down. As you can see, my arms get a little higher on each one. Shoulders were a little tight. I didn't want to push them really hard to start out with, so I give it a little time and then get a little more out of them as they warm up. And right here, small arm circles forward. Keep marching. Don't give up on the movement. You can bring that foot up as high as you want. Go bigger with the arm circles. Palms up on the way up, palms down on the way down. And opposite direction, take it back. If you start to get tired with the arms, put a bend in the elbow, make them into a cactus, a cacti. And again, bigger, bigger, bigger. As big as your shoulders will allow you to go. And shake that out. Hands up on the side. As you bring the leg up, we're going to do a wacky jack. Up, step, one leg. Feel the work in that opposite leg as you lean out to the other direction. This one's really hard, but it works the obliques at the same time that it's working the entire core. There's a muscle that runs left to right, inside to outside, side to side, parallel with the ground. Transverse abdominal. And what that does is that is the muscle that brings us back to center. Out. All right. Other side, same thing. Step, wacky jack. Elbow toward the knee. You're not going very deep. You're just picking that leg up, bringing the knee up, bringing the elbow down a little bit, feeling these muscles in the outside of the core between the hips and the rib cage, doing the work to pull you down, feeling the muscles in the hips of that other leg really working. And down and down. All right, back to just a march. Just going to do nice, easy punch and punch as you march. Rotate the hand as you go. Stretch those muscles out. This should be a little tired from what we've done. Out and out. Stretching out the shoulder. Don't let the torso and shoulders roll forward. Keep the shoulders back so you can stretch them out. Out and out, out and out. Arm swings. Still moving. Still moving. Don't stop. Don't stop the legs. Keep them going. And if you can only do the lower body, that's fine. Then keep marching because this was supposed to be a walking class. It was supposed to be back and back. Opened up. Shake that out as you march. Up and back down. Up and back down. Full circles, doing a swimmer. Rotating the shoulders as big as you can get. Nancy, it's like you're back in the pool. Your hair's going to get all, what am I trying to say? Wrinkly from this. Curly. Curly's the word I'm looking for. Back. Backstroke. All right. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. Check it out. What do we got left? What do we got left? All right. We're just going to go into some rotations here. Step forward. Arms out to the side. Elbows right straight out. Rotate over that leg. Shoulders first. Torso second. Knees never. And back. Other side, same thing. Step forward. Rotate. Rotate, stretching out the back. Stretching out the spine. Bring it back up again. Arm across the body. Hand. Back of the hand against the wrist if you want. Important thing is you take that back shoulder and you roll it. Pulling that other arm with it so the arms stay in a straight line. The front arm does not just collapse across the torso. Shoulder blades stay in a straight line, getting rotation through the upper back, through that thoracic spine. Other arm, same thing. Feel the stretch coming from the shoulder blade up through the shoulder, that outside deltoid. And relax. Shake that out. Palm right straight up. Bring the hand up over the top. Keep the elbow in. You want this stretch here. You want to be able to keep that elbow in alignment with the wrist as you reach behind your back. Tapping, patting yourself on the back on that shoulder blade of the same side as the arm is back. Don't go cross body. All right. Shake that out. Other side, same thing. Palm up. Reach up. Reach over. Get that elbow up as high as you can get it. Roll the shoulder blades back. Deep breath in. Keep that elbow in. I would rather have you be low with this and in nice and tight than up way out here. There's no stretch happening there. Bring that elbow in and bring it back down again. Shake it out. Fingers intertwined, palms that away. Up. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out. Deep breath in through the nose, forcing the stomach out. And exhale, bringing the hands down behind the back. The back. Roll them back as far as they'll go. Oh, that feels good. Again, deep breath in, shoulder blades driving down as the stomach goes out. And shake that out. Fingers intertwined, palms right straight out in front of you, chin to chest. Stretches through the upper back. Roll the shoulders out as far as they'll go. You don't go out with them. It's just the shoulders that go out. Hips are right over the knees. Head's right over the hips, right over the knees. And shake it one more time, right straight down. Get the shoulder blades back. Get lots of stretch through the hands and through the arms. And shake it out. Down low, arms across. Bring them up overhead. Deep breath in as you bring the arms up. Sweep. Stomach out. Exhale as you bring them down. Go back into that squat. Curl up so that you contract those core muscles as tight as possible. Get all the air out of the lungs and back up again. Deep breath in, stomach out. One more time. Exhale. Hard. Get all the air out of the lungs. Again, clean them out. Get everything out of there. Get some fresh air in all the way down to the toes. Last one. Bring it up overhead. Stomach out and exhale, bringing the arms down nice and slow, keeping the shoulder blades back, twinkly fingers, sprinkly fingers. And we're good for today. Have yourself a wonderful weekend.